back to the Jeff and Hammy show. I'm Hammy.
I'm Jeff.
And today Jeff's going to go back.
I've got a little diagram here to show you. This is called a standout. Okay, so the line of cars, and then the one pull out. So as
Welcome back to the Jeff and Hammy show. I'm Hammy.
I'm Jeff.
And today Jeff's going to go back into his training book, and he's going to go over a lesson from his training book. Go ahead, Jeff.
So we talk about the title of my training book is How to Sell a Car Every Day, and that's what I like to do when I teach. The end goal is how to sell a car every day. If you sell a car every day, you're going to keep your manager very happy. You're going to keep yourself very happy too, and making more commissions. So today I want to talk about finding the vehicle. Okay, you hear a lot. We've already talked about how to do a meet and greet. We've kind of talked about a demo drive, but actually how do you get going and land on that right vehicle for somebody? And I like to call it the standout. So I've heard the saying, you've probably heard the saying too, that if too many decisions, a confused buyer doesn't buy. Okay, so you have to make the vehicle, what I say, stand out. And I've got a little diagram here I want to show you. This is called a standout. Okay, you see the line of cars and then the one you pull out. So as you've narrowed down the vehicle, you've listened, you pull out the vehicle that the person is very interested in, you pull it out of the line. I know this is like basic 101, but that's what's called a standout. When you pull the vehicle out of the line, then what does it do? It separates the vehicles from all others. That's the basic 101. Out of hundreds of cars, you have to have some type of isolation where it lets the people's mind and brain know, hey, this is the one that we're deciding to look at right now.
Taking personal ownership.
Taking ownership, right?
Starting to plant the seeds of this, getting the customer excited. Yeah, cars and
get them excited, but also that isolation I think is huge because you have a huge lot. You'll have a huge lot, you know that. So the second thing is I've heard a lot of guys talk about a walk around. I think for selling in the 21st century, 2021, a walk around really is opening the front door for the passenger or for the customer and say, Mr. Customer, why don't you sit in the driver's seat? And what I'm trying to do is get them to smell the emotion, smell the new car smell, get those good emotions flowing. How many times, if you've been in the car business for a while, when people get into a brand new car, what do? They go, I love that new car smell. Right?
Yeah, and I would say the old school traditional walk around with today's digital age is kind of archaic. When your customer has spent 20 hours online watching every video they can on YouTube of the vehicle they're all excited about, you don't need to show them the features that 30 other salespeople have already done or third-party reviewers have already done on YouTube.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they come with knowledge. They've seen the car. They actually know a lot of features. Now what you're doing is you're doing a lot more of the emotional part. The emotional part is they're smelling it. They're getting their seat or their rear in the seat. Okay, they're touching that leather steering wheel. Those are the things that the brain, all those good feelings where people go, wow, I'm driving a 15-year-old car. This is brand new. And those are the kind of things that you can't get on the internet. Those are the things that you can't get by just going, to a website. But those are things they're going to get with you, okay? So what I like to do is put the buyer in the driver's seat. Okay, if they have a family, I'm getting them situated on the passenger seat, and then I'm either going to get in the passenger side or I'm going to get in the back seat, okay? So again, you got to get everybody's, what I like to call the acronym here, bodies in the seats, BITS. You get the primary person in the driver's seat. If they're not with a family, then you're going to get the family in the passenger seat, the significant other, and I'm going to sit in the rear. Or if it's just a solo, I'm going to get in the passenger seat. And nothing happens till you get the bodies in the seat. I call that, right? Yeah. So it's really not rocket science. You're pulling it out, you're getting the bodies in the seats, and then the next thing you're going to find out is they're going to start asking you all kinds of questions. What's the gas mileage on this car? How does the performance? What type of brakes does this have? What's the screen do? Your best friend, okay, is not to know 50 million things, but to turn around, look at the window sticker and say, oh, let's take a look. So then you show them the source. Oh, the gas mileage is 35. Oh, it's got the 4-cylinder motor here.
Hey, Jeff,
I do that all the time.
How many times have you been in the back seat on a test drive and someone's asking you questions and you're reading the window sticker backwards through this window sticker?
On the test drive.
On the test drive.
Let me see, the gas mileage is 42 gas mileage on this thing, right? It's really true, but I remember a person early on in the business. She went to go work for Honda. She was so overwhelmed. She goes, they're asking me a million questions. I can't get this. And I said, stop. Listen, all you have to do is get really good at looking at the window sticker, and actually people will love you for it. Oh, hey, let me look at the sticker here just to make sure exactly what it is that you're looking for to verify the gas miles. People love that. So there's nothing wrong with going to the window sticker, reading it off to the customer, so they can get the information, and again, you're leading them back to the source down the road. And you're not guessing, I don't know. Hey, I'm not sure, but let me find out for you. Let's look at the window sticker. So again, that's another great resource that I do when we're inside the car, we're trying to build value, we're trying to ask questions. Okay? The next thing you're going to do, this is not rocket science. They're all in the car. They're loving it. You're getting a lot of good feelings. I'm going to say, hey guys, how about we take it for a spin? It's not that hard. A lot of times people say, oh, no, we don't need to drive it. And I'm going to say, you know what, guys? You're really not going to know anything about this car until you drive it. I said, just because you do all the research, you won't know. Well, we're considering a lot of other cars. And I'll say, hey, if you haven't driven this one yet, what are you going to compare this to? Let's go for a drive, guys. Gas is free, The drive's on me, right? Have fun with this, guys. Test drives are free. Let's lower the pressure. Let's go have fun and go for a drive.
And I've used some stuff that I've learned from some managers in the past that I think is good stuff to use, especially on a new person. That, hey, if let's take it for a drive. If it, at least this one, if it's not the right vehicle, then you'll get eliminated from your list of vehicles.
Yeah.
But again, like that whole I like to use a cliche. The feel of the wheel seals the deal, and that's when somebody gets in, starts driving it, and they like it, and they start seeing themselves own that vehicle.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing of closing a person that's not sold themselves all the way when they get to the store. Luckily, me and Jeff, we sell brand new Toyota, so most of the new sales, they're already pretty sold. But when we have to sell a pre-owned vehicle, which is probably more than 50% of our sales, we have a huge used car lot here, and we have to sell when we get in those cars.
Sure.
Jeff and I need to have knowledge about the cars. I watch a lot of YouTube stuff, so I know about all models and all brands, and know at least a good amount of stuff. And if you have an appointment set up for one of these customers that are on a non-branded vehicle that you're selling off your used lot, and you don't know much about it, get on YouTube and learn something about the vehicle.
Sure.
Don't be stupid and act like you don't. I don't know. That's not being a salesperson.
Sure.
So, but again, you want to get them in the vehicle. I tell that all the time. Like customers want, what's your best price? Well, come in, let's test drive. Make sure you want to buy it before you get your best price, because if it's not the right vehicle, what does it matter what we talked about on pricing beforehand?
Yeah. Oh, I don't need to drive it. I think that's a big mistake. I'll say, hey, just humor me. Let's go for a drive. Because in any part of the process, people don't really get excited about numbers. The brain works too on that emotional part where they're driving it, they're feeling it, and that might be the extra difference maker when it comes down to the numbers. If the payment's not where they want to be, they just got done driving it, just got done feeling what it's like to be in a brand new model, that could be a game changer for your deal. So you have to get them at least to get in there, go for a spin, go for a little drive if you need to. It gets the ball rolling. It does more for you than you know.
And I will take this from what Jeff said on the last video we did. You could go back to last Jeff and Hammy show, and Jeff says do the basically like the longhand version of the test drive. Don't take the little quick We have a little quick that's 3 mile circuit that
Sure.
I would say most of the guys do, but I always like to take
Go a little longer.
the next
Yeah.
exit to the southbound Bonneview exit, which is another about 3 miles down the road.
Yep.
Because what I do that most customers haven't used yet is adaptive cruise control and lane trace assistance, and so that's right now is so new in that the customer coming out of their vehicle generally doesn't have that option in their vehicle, and then when when the car still steers itself, they can't believe it.
Yep.
They can't believe the car is actually steering itself. So
Yeah.
and Toyota's not as good as some of the other brands available out there. I've seen what Cadillac has, like. Literally, you don't even have to keep your hands on the steering wheel. You've got a camera looking at your face, make sure you're looking forward, and the thing will change lanes and turn signals on and everything.
Yeah, so you want to do all that.
Yeah, so I mean,
drive.
that how trick is that if you're a Cadillac salesperson? And I heard it's going to all General Motors products. So Chevrolet Silverado's going to get that. So if you're one of the General Motors salespeople, like to have the vehicle drive itself is you want that longhand test drive. So that's exciting stuff. That's pretty cool, tricked out stuff to show a customer that almost probably everyone won't have when they're looking at the vehicle you want to sell. And all the other lines are going to start getting, all the other brands are going to start getting this technology. So when one gets it, everybody else got to get it to keep up with what the market's demanding. So these are the things why the test drive is important, showing these kind of features like that, how the vehicle slows down and backs off and stays in its lane and alerts you if you're leaving your lane, and then talking about the safety features like how that could save your life, as I talked to a couple videos ago about
and we have that on the demo drive.
Yeah.
We go over that.
Yeah.
So that I've always told salespeople, if you even get stuck with a customer, go on a test drive. It does wonders to get out of that stuck mode. Well, we don't really know. We really like the car. Go on a drive. I'm telling you, get those good emotions flowing versus what's your best price. I'm not going to pay that. No. Let's go for a drive. They like the car enough to get in it. You've isolated it. Let's have some fun.
Jeff, that kind of reminded me of something. I know we haven't been over there in a while because of our lack of inventory, but I felt like going over to our offsite lot and picking a car out there and isolating it, and there's no commotion of what's going on with the dealership, because there's a lot of people coming in and out for service and parts and other sales events going on, and people there to do business with us in other ways, and going off to that offsite lot where it's just us and the customer, or the customers, husband and wife, whoever's there with you. It like really helps to isolate that vehicle, and so you may want to maybe you want to hop in the car if it's a real busy place you're at, and take them to somewhere quiet, and then let's go over the car and talk about it a little bit, then take it for a drive.
Yeah, and I think people will in their mind know, wow, this guy's really taking care of me. This guy's going the extra mile. He's listening to me. And again, you're selling $40,000 to $50,000 vehicles. Act like it and give people the service that they deserve. And I'm telling you, it'll pay for you over and over again. People will feel that. So I want to show you this. I'm just going to recap again. When we talk about the finding the vehicle or the standout, this is the best way. That's called a standout. You pull the vehicle out of the line. Okay. The second thing is that you want to get the main buyer in the driver's seat. Okay, you get in the passenger seat or the back seat, but get the main buyer in that driver's seat. Get the body in the seats. If you don't know a question to something, use your window sticker. Okay, and then the last thing is you're going to say, how about we take it for a spin? That's called landing on a vehicle.
Yes.
That's all I have.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for watching the Jeff and Hammy show. Like, again, we're the only two in the industry that I know of on YouTube that is putting out weekly videos that are in the trenches with you, doing the same thing you're doing. We're not full-time trainers that have trained, sold 10, 15, 20 years ago. We are in today's market with today's technology and everything else that's going on. So again, you could go in the Jeff and Hammy show gallery. There's something like 25 plus videos now.
Sure.
So watch them all.
Got good stuff.
So thank you again. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.